Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna teach you guys how to make this cute little turtle with a bow. So you could do it any color you want. You will need some stuffing, 24 peg loom, a flower loom, some stitch markers, a loom hook, scissors, tape measure, glue gun, and you need ribbon. So what you want to do is you want to make your slip knot. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Okay, you wanna get also you get the pink. You will need pink, and you will need this. But you can do any color you want. You could do any total color you want. I'm just showing you. Okay. So for me, I'm doing another pink one. So sorry, that's my sister. Okay. You want to make a slip knot, grab your working yarn, and wrap it around your thumb, and then grab this piece and pull it through, and we'll put it on the ankle peg. Okay, once you have your slip knot on your ankle peg, what you want to do is called a drawstring cast on. Okay, we want to do a drawstring cast on. So what you want to do is you go behind the one peg and in front and back, in front and back, in front and back, in front and in back, in front and 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 back. In front and back. Okay, once you have done your drawstring cast on, and it's going to look like this all the way around the loom. Alright, now you want to do is lay your yarn straight. So lay your working yarn straight, and it should look like that. Okay, and then you just wanna that's Kayla, my sister. Okay, now you just want to take the bottom loop over the top. Okay, now I'm gonna see you guys back when you done that. Okay, now once you guys have cast it on, your loom should look like this. Okay, now you want to do is it's called an E-wrap stitch. So what is an E-wrap stitch is, you take your working yarn, okay, pick it up, take it behind and in front, behind and in front, behind and in front, behind and in front, behind and in front. You will do that all the way around the loom. So behind and in front, behind, all the way. Okay, now you just want to knit off. It's just take the bottom loop over the top. That's real simple. If the background noise is distracting you, let me know, because that's my sibling. I love them to my deeply of my heart. You just will continue to do this for 13 rows. You just finish row 1, so you will push your working yarn down, and then you will do another row of E-wrap all the way around your peg. So continue. So do your go ahead and do your 13 rows, and I will see you back here when you have done your 13 rows. So pause the video here, do your 13 videos, and come back for the next step. Now you guys have reached your 13 rows. Now you guys want to do is pull this up. You want to pull it up, and you want to find your very first stitches, and you want to put it on your end. Okay? So do all that. We're pulling the very first stitches out. Okay. And putting it all back on the peg. So I'm gonna pause the video here, pull all your loops back up and pull on the pegs, and I'll be back. Okay, now once you guys have it all back up on here, and now all you want to do is you want to knit it off. Okay, so knit all off. So knit, and then you want to just continue to knit it all off. And don't break your hook like mine is, because mine is a little bent cracked. I definitely need to get me a new one. I don't even know where I got this one at. But it's seen its days. You know what? I think I have an extra one. I'm probably just gonna get that one because this like that one's gonna bend. Yeah, I have an extra one. Put that one away. Yeah, I have an organizer. So knit off. Okay, now you want to do is grab your scissors. Okay. Now you want to do is take your working, wrap it around, and then you will cut your working yarn. and you will do a drawstring cast off. And the drawstring cast off is grabbing it from the top and grab it from the bottom. Put the working yarn at the bottom, grab it. Grab it from the bottom. And you just knit off. So continue to do this all the way around the loom. Okay, continue to do this all the way around the loom, and I will come back. Okay, now once we have taken it off the loom and it looks like this, all you want to do is you want to pull this, and then make sure you stress it before you pull it. So stress before pull, okay? I didn't do that the first time, so stress and then pull. And then close that up. Set this aside. Set this aside. We're gonna sew this hole up and then we're gonna stuff it. But we're gonna put this to the side and we're gonna make another one. So go ahead and repeat what I told you in the beginning. Repeat that, and I will come back on and show you guys how to do the head and the legs and this part and the tail and the bow and everything else. So repeat what we just did for this, repeat it, and then come back and we will be getting on the head, okay? See you guys soon. Okay, now you can either have a metal needle like I have, or if you don't have a metal needle and you just have a plastic, that will work too. But I highly would recommend getting yourself a metal needle. It works 100 times faster and better with a metal needle. Okay. Just be careful that you don't stab your stuff, because I have done that before. And you want to thread your working yarn. We're going to sew this up in a circle. Circling easier manner, okay? But we're not gonna stuff it right now, but we will. And so if the hole is skewed, ow, that I stabbed myself. That's why I say you gotta be careful with metal needles because it will stab you. I mean, loom knitting is easy. You can make pretty much anything. And I'm here to teach you all. Okay. Then you just cut your working yarn. And then you have it. You have your little bottom. You have the bottom made. Okay. And this piece you will just cut. Tie knot. And it's cut from that right off. Put that down. You will need the stuffing. It will go like this. And we're going to put the next piece on top, okay? So, once you have done that, you will not, one thing, you will not bring the first leaf back. You will just draw, when you hit 13 rows, you will not bring your first leaf back on the loom. You will just dramatically draw a string cast off, okay? So, once you guys get that done, come back to see me. Okay, now once you guys have your second piece done, now you have to do is put your yarn to the side, grab your needle. I have a metal one, but if you have a plastic one, it will work as just as good. Pull your working yarn. And then and if you don't have any knitting looms, you can also buy them pretty much anywhere. Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I will not buy them from Walmart. They do not sell the great looms there. But Michael's, Hobby Lobby, we used to have Jillian, they had them. Amazon, Cindy Wood looms, you could buy them pretty much anywhere. TikTok shop, you could buy them anywhere. I never shop on Facebook Marketplace, but they might. I don't know. But all you do is just sew your hole up. Okay, once you have that hole sewn up, cut from that, and now you want to stuff it, but don't stuff it too much. You can put a little bit more in there, but not too much. And then you want to attach this. So what you want to do is open this back up. Don't stuff it that much. And you just want to stuff this and put it on. Okay. And I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, now once you guys have it like sewn on, the bottom base is sewn on, and we're ready to begin the head part. Okay. So I just finished sewing it up. And then I'm gonna go in and show you how to do it, okay? Tie this off. Okay, now we have, get to cut that. And now we have our total sewing done. You could do it all one color, but I'm doing two colors. So you want to get your light pink. We're working on the Toto's head now. Only two things on this Toto that really require stuffing is the ball, this Toto shell, and his head. Everything else does not need stuffing. And this is a really easy project. Will work up really fast. That's easier for beginners. So, what I want you to do is drawstring cast on all 12 pegs on your flower loom. It's the orange one. Knit off. Okay, now once you have cast it on, we're going to begin row 1, and you will do 10 rows, and then you will do a drawstring bind off, and then you will sew up, stuff, don't stuff too much, and sew it on to your head. Sew your head on to the thing, so we'll go right here. So do all that, and I will come back when you have all that done. Now once you have your head attached, your head, we're ready to begin the next step. So your Toto's coming along. So put that to the side. You will no longer need stuffing, because we're going to be working on his little feet. You will need 4 or so make a slip knot, put it on your first peg, and cast on 4 pegs. And do about 5 to 6 rows, and then you will need drawstring cast off, pull the end. My slip knot came undone. but I'm gonna do one with y'all, and then I'm gonna let you guys go and make the other 3. For the tail, you will do 5 rows, cast on 4 pegs. Okay. So 6 rows for the feet. So this is row 1. Row 2. So you can speed up the video or pause the video and get your 6 rows done and come right back, and I'll show you how to do the next step. So I'm gonna let you guys go do your 6 rows and I'll come right back. Now once you guys have your 6 rows, it's gonna look like something like that. Then you want to take drawstring cast off, like we've been doing, and then you just thread it. This is a really easy, friendly beginner pattern. Total. I'm gonna call it total with a bow. Very simple, works up really fast. If you need help or have any questions, you can always come to me. So, now you have done your first one. Pull it and then tie off. And now you want to thread it. You will need 3 more, so I'm going to show you how to do this one. I'm going to let you guys go and make your other 3 feet, okay? Okay, now you just want to trim this off. Okay, now you have one done. And now once you have it off, when you have all your 4, you'll go ahead and sew it onto your total, okay? So do that. Make all your 4 like little paws, little feet. Sew it on, and I'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. And that will be this part. You will also go ahead and do your tail. That will be 5 rows. And then I'll come back on and show you how to make this, the bow, and I will show you everything else. So, go do what I just told you to do. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. But, go make your 3 more of your feet, and then do your tail 5 rows, and then come right back to me for your next step. Okay, now I want you guys to have your head attached, your little feet, your little tail. You're ready to begin the next step. So you want to grab your white, put your pink away. You no longer need that until you get to the bow. And that will be our next step. So, this step you will need just the sparkles, okay? So, find your 2 ends of white, whatever color you're using. You don't have to make the exact same total that I'm creating and showing you, but you can make whatever total that you want. So, we will not work in the round, we'll be working flat, and I'll be teaching you guys that. So, make your slip knot like we've been doing, okay? Now we're going to do E-wrap all the way around the loom. And E-wrap cast on all the way around the loom. And you want to go back the other direction. See, we'll go back the other direction that we just came. We're not going this way. We're going back the other direction. So E-wrap back towards that direction. For flat knitting. Okay, once you have that, grab your hook and you want to knit off. Okay, let me do a little explaining for this next step, okay? Okay, the next step is kind of challenging, but it's really simple. I'm going to be showing you. See like these little bumps? That's what we're going to be creating next. So, next step, you will grab your stitch markers. You will need two. Just grab two. I'm going to grab two black ones. Just two stitch markers. That's it. Just two plain on stitch markers. Alright, and then what you want to do is take your stitch marker and place it on these two pairs. So now once we have it there, we will going to now E-wrap for 5 rows. There's these, we're going to E-wrap for 5 rows, but just these two pegs. So 1, 2, that's 1. This is row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. And then you want to pull the stitch markers what we just had. We're going to pull them back up on the pegs, okay? And then unclip them and move on to the next two pegs. You will do this all the way around the loom, and then you will knit off after. So you will continue what we just did all the way around the loom for 2 pegs each. And then when you reach here, then you will go knit, and then you will just bind off. Okay? And remember, take your slip knot off your ankle peg. So remove this right now, okay? And just let it dangle, okay? I'm gonna leave you guys here. Go ahead and do what I just showed you, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. Now, once you guys have that done, you see that little bulge, and now you want to knit off. And then And then once you have knitted off, just wrap your yarn around, drawstring cast off, set your white yarn around because you no longer need that. So you wanna drawstring cast off like normal. So go ahead and do your drawstring cast off and I'll come right back on. Now once you have drawstring cast off, really simple, all you have to go in and just sew it up. Sew it up onto your total. And then you're pretty much ready for the next step. And you're pretty much almost done with the total. So go ahead and sew this on and I'll come back on to show you how to do the bow. And put the eyes on and we're pretty much done with this project. So go ahead and do that, sew that up, and we'll be coming right back on and showing you how to do the bows and the eyeballs, and we're pretty much done. So happy looming, go finish up, do sewing and all that. So now we have that done. We pretty much almost finished the total. So now our next step is the bow. So it's pretty simple. All you need is your flower loom again. And this is where the tape measure comes in handy. You want to make a slip knot like we've been doing. Put it on the first peg and you want to do cast on 8 pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then even it back. This is we're going to be casting on. Okay, now once we have cast it on, what we're going to do is slip one, purl. And you will do this for about 4 inches. You will repeat this for 4 inches. So if you guys don't know how to purl, I'll show you guys. So you have to lay the yoke and yarn underneath and pull from the top and pull up. Grab your new loop, take it off and put it on your peg. Bottom, grab it, and then you want to do that. And then you will drop that. Okay, on the way back, you will slip. We're not E-wrapping, we're U-knitting. You just lay the yarn on the top, and you just knit off. So I'm going to let you guys go and repeat this. U-knit coming this way, purl and go this way. Remember, do your slip stitches about 4 inches, and then I'll see you back here when you have your bow done. Okay, now since you guys have reached about 4 inches, you want a drawstring. You want to purl this peg, egg, move it over to the next, knit off, and then purl. And then you want to knit off, move it over, grab the next, move it over, purl, and move it over. So continue to do that and I'll see you back. Okay, we're almost coming to the end from this, so when you have reached the last few, well, and I'll be right here to show you the next step. And when you reach this peg, you will not purl, you will knit that off, and you will move it over, knit, and then grab your scissors, trim that off, and this drawstring cap bind off. Okay, now that's off your loom. Now you have finished your bow. So now we're gonna, I know it doesn't look like a bow. I know this doesn't look like a bow, but you wanna grab a piece of string, fold it in half, okay? And then you will fold this in half, put this, and you fold a loop inside, and then you will pull it, okay? So that's what it looks like, and then you'll have your bow done. So there's your bow. There's your nice little bow. Now we're gonna move on to the next step. So see you back in my next. Okay, now we're gonna be making these, the little ribbons that go underneath the bow, and then we're gonna make this, okay? And then we got the eyes to do, and that bow, and then we're done. So what I want you to do is grab your 2 strands of pink again. Make a slip knot and put it on 3 pegs. Okay, and then do about 5 rows, and then we'll bind off, and then you will sew it on, okay? Real simple, okay? So do 3 pegs, 5 rows, and then sew your ribbons on, and then just sew it on your total, okay? And I'll come back and show you how to do this before you sew your bow onto the total. So do what I just told you, and I'll come right back on. Okay, now what you guys got your ribbon done. Now just put this to the side. Just set this to the side and grab your next color. And then grab your next color, make your slip knot, and what we're creating now is this piece. So we're going to do about 3 rows. I'm going to say 4. Let's do 4. Let's do 4 rows. No, 3, because I did 3 on the last row. 4 rows. So we're going to do that in about 5 inches. And it will bind off, okay? I'm at 5 rows. But before we bind off, I'm going to show you a trick. So, we're almost finished with this project. So I'm gonna pause this video for right now, and I'm gonna come back when we have 5 rows complete. Okay, once you guys have that done, you wanna bring up your original loops. And you wanna knit this off. And then you wanna draw a string cast off. Now you have your thing done. Cut your ends. And now grab your bow. Grab your bow and slide this right on through your bow. Make sure it center right into the middle. Okay, and now you just want to go ahead and sew this up onto the total, and we will come back to show you what the next step is, and that's to be the final step. So go ahead and sew your bow onto your total. It will go like this. and then you will put your little things on like that, and it should look like this. And then once you have that all done, once you have all that done, come back to the video and we will finish up the total. Happy looming! Okay, now once we have your bow to attach, it will look like that. We're ready to go. Next step, you will need to get your black. We're going to be putting the eyes on. So your eyes on right in this area. Like I said, this is a very easy product. Alright. Not hard at all. Easy, beginner friendly powdering. If you guys need help, I'm always going to be around. So for some days I'm like Tuesdays, Fridays and Saturdays I will try my best to help you guys, but I probably won't be around that much. But let's do your other eye on your other side. And then we just put the eyes on. And now we want to grab our ribbon. And then we're going to grab our glue gun. So, grab your glue gun. Push the mess away from me. Plug the glue gun in. Need a glue gun. Glue stick I meant. Plug this in. Let that heat up. Okay, we're gonna grab your scissors. And make your ribbon, a bow out of a ribbon. Okay, now once you have your bow, the exact size you want it to be, you want to get your scissors and cut it. And then we wait on the glue gun to get hot. It should be getting hot any moment now. And then look at this, how I'm waiting on your glue gun to get hot. Is it plugged in? Yeah. I'm gonna come back. Oh wait. Okay, it's getting there. Okay. Now we want to take your bow, and then you want to dab a little on there and put it right on his head. And then make sure your bow is secured. And then unplug your glue gun because you do not want to cause house fires. Put that. Okay. And now your turtle is now complete. You have now finally completed your very own bow turtle. How cute is she? She is. So, you finally finished your bow turtle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoy making your own very own turtle. If you guys need any help, any suggestions, leave them in the comment section, and I will be gladly to help you guys out. But you guys have really created your own first turtle. So now we have 2. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. I will see you guys back in my next video. Happy looming, guys. Peace. I'm out. Remember, you're worth it. I'm out.